Hello, welcome my to channel and new book. I still can't speak English. Let's go reading. Jason West. I still can speak English. I still can speak English. Make your own free social media English course and finally speak English comfortably. And content number 1. Course planning 16. Number 1. Introduction. If you have studied English for some time, if you have taken a lot of different classes, study using a lot of different course book, listen to a lot of audio, and still do not feel confident when you speak English, but desperately want to, this ebook is for you. If you use it properly, it should be the last English course you ever need to use. To start building your own specialist English course now, just go straight to page 26 of this manual. English as a second language, teaching and learning has not changed much for decades. The majority of ESL courses are taught in the same way, and millions of hardworking learners still cannot speak English. Sorry to break the news, but I think that is a huge waste of time, effort, and money, and that it does not have to be like this. I even found some academic research that proves that ESL doesn't help you to speak English. A more recent piece of research called "Of the Language Instruction for Newcomers to Canada" program carried out by the Canadian government clearly show that the improvement in speaking after 1,000 hours in the ESL classroom is statistically the same against the control group that isn't in school at all. So the study showed that there was no improvement whatsoever. Science started English out there EOT in 2001. It has produced English teaching and learning material based upon 250,000 hours of teaching and constant student and teacher feedback from the field streets of London. Because of the process following where lesson material were also suitable for online use with social media such as Facebook and Skype. If you read this manual and follow the instruction accurately and carefully, you will start to become comfortable speaking English. This is not just another marketing claim. It is a fact, and we can prove with before and after audio case studies. It is true because we all learn language the same way, and you just need to prove your brain with the right amount and type of information for it to begin and notice pattern means sometimes to you. To become independent English learner, you will also need to do a little bit of work, but the more you do, the more inspiring and motivating it will become. The first 3 or 4 lessons are the hardest. That is when you learn how to learn to speak English. English out there is the process, and like any process, if you miss and beat out, you will not get the result you desire. We can provide some online help and support, but most of it is up to you now. But you can do it. You can finally speak English comfortably. You can follow me and you too on Twitter, Facebook, and Google. I'm happy to answer specific question about the book and look forward to hearing from you. Number 2, why do we talk? We well, we already know why don't we? But just to make sure, an MIT professor called Deb made his baby so study our first language acquisition in human speech home project. And it is amazing to watch him acquire language in huge detail, but for me the most important conclusion of the program come toward the end. The final conclusion it is language is a social real world inspired phenomenon in human, and this is just what we at English other have live all along, and it is what our crows are based upon. Below is the professor to talk. Number 3, how we all learn to speak. A new way of language acquisition talk about how infants acquire language and how early learning achieving poorly social context. The evidence suggests social learning shaped the neural framework of the brain of language and communication. Using brain imaging, bilingual baby often show up activity into overlapping area. And for each language, I saw mention of social interaction, mapping, and multiple listening the fed, and then second language acquisition was mentioned toward the end.